Welcome back. Here we are. Chuncheon Station. Make sure I see it. Hard to see with sunglasses. But it's bright and sunny out finally. Getting to that summer hot season. Well, here we go. You guys can see behind me. We're going that way. It's kind of a long walk to the restaurant. Maybe about 15-20 minutes. But I will kind of show the way we will be going. But yeah, just in case anyone was wondering, it is literally just Chuncheon Station. So not really overly complicated in where we need to go. But yeah, I'll tell you, I'll kind of show you the way that I usually go for my favorite restaurant, basically. Alright guys, we're kind of almost finally there. We're going to take a little right down this side road. And there's quite a few restaurants here as well. But we're almost there to my favorite restaurant. It's not super close to the Myeongdong, the dakgalbi Myeongdong, but close enough. I will show that off too as well. So you guys, if you don't want to come here but you want to check out the street, we can go there as well. You can go there as well. It's hard to see because the doors are closed. Is it this one here?
Very famous. Yeah.
This one, right? Okay. All right, here we are. We're at Chuncheon Sotbur dakgalbi. I almost couldn't say it. And as you can see, guys, it's a good restaurant. This place is absolutely delicious. One of my favorites. So let's just let's go inside. Quick update, we're not going inside. They open at 12:30, so we're gonna wait an hour. It'll give me the chance to show you guys dakgalbi streets, or dakgalbi Myeongdong, however you want to say it. Most famously known for its chicken or rooster statue. You can see a little bit the little chicken. He's showing up. Our good friend the chicken. Love the chicken. Everything about it. There he is. The Myeongdong Dakgalbi Street. Man, if I had a house, I'd want a chicken statue just like that. Well, more appropriately, rooster, I guess, right? Let's go ahead and walk through. Now, this isn't the only street that has dakgalbi restaurants. As you saw earlier, we will wrap around. But you're not going to find a lot of different restaurants to eat from. You're mostly going to see just dakgalbi restaurants. So it's your choice. And I don't know how all these different restaurants compete with each other. All of them sell more or less the same things. So it is very interesting to see how all these restaurants kind of cohabitate and still manage to thrive, I guess. So, and what's interesting too is that in this area, you won't see very many of like the big brands in Seoul that sell dakgalbi. A lot of these are like Chuncheon specific. The reason for that, I think, in my opinion, is because Chuncheon's very specific about their dakgalbi. I mean, if I was them, I would be too. Like, again, they are the original place of dakgalbi, so there's like they have to be a little picky, I guess. But this is like kind of the other area to kind of hang out and come see. Just a small street, small avenue, I should say, of like different stores, and just kind of places to visit. Yeah, that's kind of the end of the avenue walk, the shopping area, however you want to call it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and chill for a little bit until I can go ahead and eat some delicious dakgalbi. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Can't wait to see some delicious food. Welcome back, everyone. We're finally inside the restaurant. We made it in this nice, really cool restaurant. And as you can see, well, I will show you in just a little bit. So this is dakgalbi, guys, but this is a very special kind of dakgalbi. This is hot stone dakgalbi. As you can see, it's just cooking on like hot rocks, kind of the same rocks you'd go to get like at a spa. But there's two different types, like I said. The not so normal one. This is kind of the more like traditional one, but the one that's been more popularized is the one that like it comes as like a stir fry almost. So you can kind of see over there, there's like these big kind of like, almost like baskets. Basket is not the right word, right? Like kind of big bowl. And in there, are where you will eat the stir fry kind of dakgalbi. And the stir fry dakgalbi is mixed with like cabbage, rice cake, carrots, different kinds of things all mixed together with kind of spicy sauce. And it's basically chicken stir fry almost is basically what it is. But this kind of version right here, we have two different flavors. We have the spicy one, the very spicy one, and then the kind of just salt and pepper, no kind of very little marinade. As you can see, the steam is coming up very nice, and it cooks on this very quickly, so you want to make sure to flip it a lot. Today, to kind of accompany the dakgalbi, I love to have makgeolli. Makgeolli is a traditional rice wine. Go ahead and show you the bottle here. It comes in these nice little fun plastic bottles. And you're there. It is alcohol. Not very strong in my opinion, but it's very smooth, very easy to drink, very easy to get drunk because it just goes down very easily. So it kind of looks like this, almost looks like milk, like a very watery milk kind of. For any of you who've had horchata or things like that, it's almost the same, just not the same amount of sweetness. But cheers. It just goes down so easy. But for this kind of food, it is so nice to have a little bit of makgeolli along the side with it. And just a little history about the dakgalbi. I'll point to the meat because I know that's more interesting than me. But give you a little history while you look at some meat. So dakgalbi, it started in the 1960s where it became like a popularized like side dish for drinking, and it was a much more like it was cheaper to buy than the standard kind of food that people would eat at that time, and it was very popular with like workers and kind of like college students because it was very cheap to buy, and it was kind of like just something nice to eat while you're going out on the town drinking. And it, like I said, it did originate in Chuncheon. Eventually, it came to be like a very bigger dish, not just as a side dish to eat with drinks, which I guess is what we're doing today. We're kind of doing the traditional way of eating with some drinks. It is a bit heavier now. It's more of a meal. And then in Seoul, you'll see more of the dakgalbi restaurants as making it as a meal instead of the traditional kind of like snack as it used to be. Get a nice. Yeah, look at that. This is the spicy version of the chicken. Let's dig in. 잘 먹겠습니다. Pure heaven. If heaven had a taste, this is what it would taste like. It's so... I don't have enough words in the English language to describe how amazing this chicken is. One thing I also forgot to mention with the makgeolli, when you get this, shake it up. If you don't shake it up, you're gonna get all that like rice kind of deposit stays at the bottom, and you're just given a clear liquid. So when you pour, you might be thinking, "Oh, Kevin, I saw a white liquid coming out like in your bowl." That sounds so bad, but it looked white. That's because it's mixed with all that like kind of those sediments. I guess it's not a really good word to say use with alcohol, but all that stuff is at the bottom, and so you want to shake it up. Otherwise, you're just going to be left with like this clear liquid with not a lot of flavor to it. So go ahead and eat another piece of chicken. You can do some with the dakgalbi. I mean, it's food, right? You do whatever you want. So I'm going to eat it. Have a nice pickle too. I don't know why, but the chicken with the pickle, it tastes so good. It just works. Get a little bit of samjang too in there. Yeah, we got all the fixins here. Get a samjang more. Kind of put that in my bowl. Maybe grab a nice onion, thick onion. Wow. God, this place is so incredible. Dakgalbi will be delicious wherever you go, but if you're in Chuncheon and I showed you the way, I showed you how to get here, I highly recommend coming to this restaurant. I just got my my other meal that I ordered, buckwheat kind of noodle. There you go. Enjoy. This dish is it's cold. It's a cold dish. It's a cold noodle dish, but it's very famous in this area as well, especially when you combine it with some chicken. So let's take a little piece of chicken, maybe some noodles as well. There we go. Enjoy. Chef's kiss. So good. So good.
The noodles combined with the chicken just make a completely new depth of flavor that is, again, indescribable. It's 100% delicious, especially when it is really hot outside. Get a nice bowl of like spicy cold noodles, because even if they're cold, you still feel a little heat. You still feel that kick from the spiciness. It's not a lot, so even for people who are not a big fan of spicy, I think it's okay. It's usually not too bad. So I have a nice sam here for you too as well. Get a nice look at that. So let's enjoy the sam with dakgalbi. If you're living in Korea, I hope you get the chance to come to this restaurant. You now know how to get here. But also, like I said, it's not just Chuncheon that has dakgalbi, Seoul also has it. But if you're coming to Korea, I also strongly recommend you come here to Chuncheon and this restaurant. Anyways, hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you guys think. Just kind of doodly-doo in the comments what you guys think. Want more restaurant videos, want more traditional stuff, let me know. As usual, like and subscribe if you like the video and like the content. Makes me pretty happy when I see that. So see you guys next time, alright? Bye-bye.